of tonight's event with Tepo Tulku. First, on behalf of Unity Spiritual Community Center, Reverend Temple Hayes is our Reverend here. We welcome you to this sacred space. If you look at the agenda, you're going to be amazed by the different religious leaders who have agreed and chosen to be here today to speak with us. We're fortunate to hear short talks from so many diverse spiritual experts at one time. And in a rare confluence of common values, note some of our elected government representatives who have chosen to also be here today. Thank you. Who wants our governments to exhibit empathy, wisdom, compassion, and non-violence? Raise your hands. Besides these upcoming knowledgeable and expert speakers, may I give a special thank you to the Tibetan performers from the Namchod Quetzal Tibetan Language School who drove all the way down here from San Francisco today, returned to San Francisco tonight, so they can perform again tomorrow morning for another His Holiness birthday party. Are the dancers in the room? No, they're practicing in the chapel. We also want to thank Tulku or Gyuyen Rinpoche and local families who will lead us in a group prayer later. Is Tulku Orgyen here? Wave to us. Thank you. And we thank the monks from Gaiden Chartse Monastery who drove up from Long Beach to be with us this evening. Thank you. This is about the 10th local celebration that we, or should I say Tepo, has put on in His Holiness's honor on his birthday. And every year someone calls me and says, I can't wait to meet the Dalai Lama. Thanks for having the party here. And I tell them, sorry, but it's a Himalayan tradition on spiritual leaders' birthdays to have a big celebration to honor their spirit, their values, their culture, and to emanate prayers for their long life. And that's what we're doing here tonight, along with many other people in cities around the world, including Australia, the USA, India, and Western Europe. His Holiness parties are not held in Chinese-occupied Tibet. Think of the common vibrations and prayers going around the world today, and we're starting it off today. What is empathy? Empathy is being aware of and then being sensitive to the feelings and experiences of another. Compassion starts with empathy and adds to it the desire and act to alleviate the suffering. Empathy is feeling another person's pain, while compassion is taking action to relieve that pain. I'm no expert, so I asked Father Wikipedia how to increase compassion. And there's 5 things you can do. 1, work towards the greater good, using your superpower of empathy. 2, listen carefully to others in a non-judgmental way. 3, perform acts of kindness, which is the key to compassion. 4, practice loving kindness meditation, which is quiet time to reflect. And 5, remember to take care of yourself. You must have love and compassion for yourself first. And now, I'd like to introduce the core organizer of today's event, Tepo Tulku. More than anyone I know, is Karma in Action. You can find out more about him and help him out at tepotulku.info. Please welcome Tepo Tulku now.
Hello. Can I speak here or I need that one? Looks like. Hello. Hello. Oh, thank you. So I don't need to say much. I think Kevin has detailed almost everything. And Kevin is one of the very dedicated for support for Tibetans for many, many years. Not only for Santa Barbara, he involved with all international Tibet support groups and the Tibetan communities in California. And as a beginning, As you know, we are celebrating His Holiness Dalai Lama's 89th Western calendar. Tibetan calendar is 90 years celebration. And His Holiness, I have a very good news. His Holiness last week, His Holiness arrived in New York, and he had the knee treatments, and everything went perfectly, more than expect. And His Holiness is doing very well. And His Holiness starting walking too, so that's excellent news to share on his birthday. And His Holiness definitely today is watching everybody's well-wishing to him, and he's relaxing and watching everybody. So today's our ceremony is also in live all over the world. So we're sharing not only our Santa Barbara, we share to all our love and compared to everything to the community all over the world. And now I have a very special guest and very auspicious our culture. We have His Holiness Tungse Namgyal Dawar Rinpoche, Rinpoche from New York, just arrived here a couple of days, and we were very fortunate. Namgyal Dawar Rinpoche came here, and it was a great blessing. And Namgyal Dawar Rinpoche, I don't need to explain much, but anyhow, Namgyal Dawar Rinpoche is the grandson of His Holiness Dünjum Rinpoche, who was the supreme head of the Nyingma lineage of Tibetan Buddhism. And Gyabje Rinpoche also one of the main Dünjum lineage holders, and Rinpoche oversees many centers around the world who practice the Dünjum Tersa treasure teachings. Rinpoche is also son of the Gyabje Tungse Shenbin Dawar Rinpoche, and his mother is Highness Royal Ashipama Children Wonchu, a royal family of members of Bhutan. So we were very fortunate, and Rinpoche was so, thank you so much, Rinpoche. We welcome you, Rinpoche Santa Barbara, and also Rinpoche is very loving, kind, and very friendly, and Rinpoche speaks English perfectly, and Rinpoche translates. So anytime you have a question to Rinpoche, you can directly speak to the Rinpoche. And at the same time, we do have here Tuku Ugyen Rinpoche. Tuku Ugyen Rinpoche is one of the great life Lama in Santa Barbara Center, Santa Barbara Odiyana Buddhist Center. He is the life Lama, lives here. Every Sunday, Rinpoche give a teaching in Sunday, and also full moon and 10 Guru Rinpoche Day. So anybody who interests, you can visit Rinpoche. His center is open 24 hours. Door is always open. Everybody welcome. So, and it's very close, one block down, Odiyana Institute, 1524 Anakapa Place, Street. It's next to the one block. So our local community, any interest of Buddhism or any interest about to meet Rinpoche, Rinpoche is always welcome. And Rinpoche tomorrow, the center is going to do the celebration of the Dalai Lama's birthday too. So anybody today, continually just walk down and stay tomorrow. Continually we celebrate until tomorrow. So please join tomorrow, please. Then I do have very special Tibetan monks came from Tibet, India actually. They are from Tibet, but I should say they came from India, because after the communist China invade our country, we lost our country. We lost our monastery. That monastery which I was born, you call Ganden Sharti Monastery. We are very fortunate that the monks came from India to California. Here's a Rinpoche Lobsang Chunjo Rinpoche, and all the Geshe Pindola lead, therefore monks here. They're traveling all around America to making the Zen mandalas and prayers and peace, world peace tour. So today I request to them come. They just came from Long Beach, and they will go back to Long Beach today. But November They are going to come back to Santa Barbara, and they're going to have a peace mandala ceremony and mandala creating mandala here in Unity Center in November. And another one in the will be in the peace, what do you call it, empathy center. In that very new location on the hill, empathy center. Empathy center, you may be noticed that outside the door, empathy center. Empathy centers are really inviting them, and this is the very fortunate we have empathy center starting to Santa Barbara, and we have now working with the together, joined together for the peace. But I believe the world has a problem because lack of the understanding, lack of the listening, lack of the understanding, mutual respect. So empathy is which can bring all together, harmony, unity, to try to bring into together to make a peace in starting to the peace. So I believe Empathy Center came to the Santa Barbara. So we're going to do some joint ceremony, another one next August 24, we're going to have Interfaith service. Interfaith, we're going to dialogue seminar at the Empathy Center. Then September, we have one group monks coming from Ladakh, and we're going to have also Saint Mandala and some ceremony. That'll be also Empathy Center. Then November, the Geshe-la and they will come make another mandala, and one mandala will be in this place. Then after that, I do have a very special here, our Thai monks here. We have a very beautiful Buddha. You have to go to see the Buddha. They just now put it all the gold, all the Buddhas have the gold painted, and brand new created Buddha. And the Buddha Center, it will be in the Gulita. And we have a very fortunate to have our Thai monks here, and they're always very peaceful monks and a very blessing. We are fortunate to have a monks in this community in Santa Barbara. So thank you for coming monks here, and also not only here, also Santa Barbara for creating the peace. And then we do have very special, my friend, Imam, Islamic Center with the Gulita. Thank you for Imam. And thank you. Imam is a very special, our close friend of us, and he's always opened the door for everybody. There's nothing to do with the Muslim or Buddhism or Christian. Islamic Center is open the door for anybody, so all welcome. And then I do thank you for Reverend Sarah here, and thank you for Reverend here, Unity member, and thank you for Babi, for the member for Unitarian, from the our Interfaith service from Gulita Interfaith community member, and also she also belongs to Scientology community. And here's Das Williams here. I thank you so much, Das Williams, for our support for many years for Tibet, our county supervisor. And especially, we have a very great honor to have Mr. Randy here, our mayor, Santa Barbara mayor. Thank you so much, Mayor. I know Mayor was a very busy day today, but he make that happen to come here. We appreciate Mayor to be. And I do have so many other here, the Emiliano and here Heidi. These two are my right and left hand, and Kevin is my front, and Heidi is my left, and Emiliano is my right hand. So they all work together, make this happen. So we have to thank you so much. And then our very special, always helpful is DC. DC is who bring everybody in the pit together. And DC represents all our community in the pit together. She works very hard, and she also was one of the main person to support for His Holiness Dalai Lama when he came to UC Santa Barbara many years ago. So we have to DC, but thank you so much, DC, for your support all the time. So then I have so many of my friends here, so many of my Renault customers here, and my new landlord is here. Everybody's here. So I feel like home. So thank you so much. I don't want to waste my time. So thank you so much. And here's my best friend, Edith and Stan. They came from Pismo Beach. They are very supportive of Tibetan for many years, but not only Tibetans, whole Debung Gomang Monastery, Ladakh Monastery. There are many monks coming to their house. All that we go there unexpected, knock the door, and just go visit them too. So anyhow, so thank you so much for everybody here to come. I thank you from my heart, and please pray for well-wish the His Holiness Dalai Lama, long live, and be kindness, and also most important is we ourselves have to be kind heart and be better person. That's the best gift for His Holiness Dalai Lama's birthday. So thank you so much. Keep on your mind, be kinder, be better person, be something to be non-selfless, more to harm, to help others. That's the most important, to become a community, world peace. Thank you. Thank you. At the last, now I'm done. I'm just one left. One is a very special guest left, is Mr. Lobsang Chinjola. He is the very special, came from India. He is the former Tibetan member, former parliament member, and he's very active and very one of the high Tibetan respect political leaders, and we respect him. We thank you for coming here today. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Not a problem. Before we get started, I see some friends outside that don't have a seat. So if you have an empty chair next to you, maybe raise your hand, wave at them so that they know where they can grab a chair, because we don't want you guys standing out there. And maybe if there's an edge chair somewhere, come on in and join us. If you're looking for a place to sit, friends outside, please come in. There's still some spots here. And Ernestine, there's a spot there. Oh, well, okay, perfect. All right, so please work your way in. Don't be shy. We're all friends here. Some friends have their hands up where you can find a spot to sit. I think an edge chair would be fantastic for the gentleman coming in. Right there with the lady in the white shirt. All right. Earlier when I got here, I told one of the monks who's out there, I said, can you please just send some good wishes for me so that I don't mess up my words tonight, because I get this annoying cough every now and then. And he reminded me, just remember you're at home. We're all home. Great to see you guys all. Thank you again for joining us as we celebrate the life and the teachings of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Today, we gather to reflect on the profound wisdom, compassion, and inspiration he has shared with us. His Holiness has dedicated his life to promoting peace, understanding, and compassion. His message transcends cultural and religious boundaries, touching hearts and minds across the globe. The Dalai Lama emphasizes the importance of compassion and kindness towards all beings. He teaches us that individuals can achieve inner peace and contribute to a more peaceful world by cultivating these qualities. The Dalai Lama is a strong proponent of interfaith dialogue and understanding. He encourages respect and appreciation for all religions and spiritual traditions, emphasizing that different paths can lead to the same ultimate goal of human betterment. As we come together today, let us honor his legacy by embracing these values in our lives. Thank you so much for joining us. As I said, we're at home. We're here to make new friends. Maybe turn around to look to the person to your right, to your left. Give them the gift of your smile. And thank you for, just being here as we work towards a more compassionate and harmonious world. We hope you enjoyed tonight's event. And so with that, do you want to talk about this one or that one? Sorry, real quick, do you want me to keep talking about this one or this one? I think this one would make more sense as our speakers come up. Is that okay? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Someone? Okay. All right. Can you hear me? Is the little mic on? Yeah. Okay. And this one's off. All right. So as we get started, I would like to invite Reverend Temple Hayes from our host, I guess, today, to share a few words with us. Okay.
I'm allergic to lectins. Testing. Is it on? Are all you on? Wow, are you real? Yes, we're good. Hello from my heart, everyone. Let's say that together. Hello from my heart. That's the place to start. You know, Victor Hugo would say that there's one thing stronger than all the armies of the world, and that's an idea whose time has come. I'm going to say that again. There's one thing stronger than all the armies of the world, and that's an idea whose time has come. As we celebrate the birthday of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, the idea is in place. It is cemented in the innate and natural part of our consciousness, and it's called love is the answer. Love is more than, as we know and hear so many people say, it's more than a word, it's more than a description, it's about action. In all the interviews and the experiences of people that I have the good grace to meet here and through the years, people always say, how do I know if I'm living my purpose? And purpose, according to the self-help industry, has become a very complex and a very lucrative industry. In that Dalai Lama consciousness that says every day, I am here to serve. Say that with me. I am here to serve. And it's not any more complicated than that. It could be en route on State Street, seeing a wounded bird and calling the bird sanctuary. It could be seeing a friend in need, getting someone food. It's not always required of us to do something huge or newsworthy. It's the simple things that collectively, when they add up, it makes a tremendous impact. When I think about that quote, the one idea whose time has come, to me it's had so many different meanings every year of my life. And it requires the deepening of my own energy around that. I never thought in my lifetime that I would live in a culture that has created such division. Do you agree? You agree? And that the labels of division, as Meryl Streep would say as she was preparing for one of her films, we all share the same germs. We all share the same germs. So we all share this inner awareness of ourselves and who we are. And united, we stand. Divided, we are merely a distraction. And so in unity, that is what we are about. It doesn't matter what your belief in. What matters is that you really believe it. What matters is that it's life-affirming. What matters is that you are a principle-based person, that you care about the well-being and the good of all sentient beings. What matters is that you keep your vibration up. Because all of you in this room, every one of you, with what you practice and what you believe, there's enough people here that we could change the entire U.S. and move forward to the rest of the world. Do you agree with that? Yes. You agree with that? 3 over here. Anyone else? Going once, going twice. You could win a lamp tonight. No. We agree with that. But what happens, what we allow to happen from time to time is we immerse in weariness. we get too many notifications and too much stuff in the news, which totally programs us to weaken, to be martyrs, to be victims. We must eliminate all the victimhood and stand tall in knowing that love is the answer, compassion is the way to express it, and that it is possible to transform our culture. But when leaders, government leaders, and church leaders, and hospital leaders, and society leaders lose the consciousness and become divided, that is not what we need. We call forth in the birthday of His Holiness Dalai Lama a deeper answer of love, a deeper awareness of connection, and knowing that we are making a difference and the children are watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time. Thank you for sharing your heart. And the best is yet to come. That's what I know for sure.
Thank you, Reverend. Thank you, Reverend. I would like to invite our friends from the American Buddhist Meditation Temple to come up and join us. If you haven't already been to the temple, it's kind of North Hope Branch. There's a name for that neighborhood. It's a beautiful space. So I highly recommend it, beautiful outdoor space. So we'll have them come up and share a few words with us. I'm not sure which one is on, so, and if it's not on, then try this.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. And we're lucky today at 3 generation of American Buddhist Meditation Temple. The middle, Ajahn Sen, the president and the first abbot. And on the next to Ajahn Sen, Ajahn Thun, the second abbot. I'm the third one. I hope the fourth one will come. And Laurie, the board member, who is the owner of the property too. Yeah. And due to my English, I prefer to back to the Buddha time, give the blessing and the loving kindness or Karaniyametta Sut. That's the way we do the chanting to bless both senior or the junior. Everyone can keep your hearts at pure water, and depend on you what kind of color what you want to add, or what kind of how can I say, that's another stuck in English. But now 3 of us gonna start do the chanting together, praise being with us while the chanting and blessing the His Holiness Dalai Lama on his birthday. นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะพุทโธมังคลาสัมพุทโธสัมพุทโธทิปทุตโมพุทธมังคลมะกัมมะสัพพะทุกขปะมุญจเรธัมโมมังคลาสัมพุทโธคัมภีโรตุทัสโสอนุธัมมะมังคลามะคัมมะพยาปมุญจเรสังโฆมังคลาสัมพุทโธทักขินายโยอนุตตโรมังคลามะคัมมะสัพพะโรคาปมุญจเรกรณียมัตถกุสเลนยันตังสันตังปะทังอภิสมิจสะโกอุจุจสุอุจุจสุวัจโจจสมุทุอนัตติมานิสันโตสะโกจะสุภโรจะอปกิจโจจะสัลละหุกวุติสันตินทริโย จานิปะโกจาอัปปะคะโพกุเลสุอานานุกิโทนาจักขุทังสัมมาจาเรกินจิเยนะวินโยปะเรอุปวัฏโยสุขิโนวะเอมิโนโหนตุสัพเพสัตตาภวันตุสุขิตตาเยเกจิปานาบุตติตัสสะวะทวารวะนวสิสติขวะเยมหันตวะมัชฌิมารัสกะอนุกตุลทิทาวะเยจะอดิทาเยจะทุเรวะสันติอวิทุเรภูตัมวะวะสเวสิวะสัพเพสัตตาภวันตุสุขิตตานาปโรปรังนิโกเพทานันติมันเยทากะทาจินังกินจิปยโรสนาปฏิฆาสัญญานัญญมัญญสัตถุขมิจฉยามาตายาธานิยังพุทธังอายุสาเอกามนุรักเขเอวัมปิสัพพพุทเตสุมาณสัมภวะเยอปาริมาณังเมตตัญจสัพพโลกัสสมิมาณสัมภวะเยอปาริมาณังอุทังอโทจติริยัญจะอาสัมภทังอเวรังสัพพตันติดัญจรังนิสินโนวัสยโนวายวัตสวิกตามิโทเอตังสติงอาทิทายาพระมเมตังวิหารังธรรมอุติถินจะอนุปะคมัสสิลวัฏสเนนะสัมปันโนกาเมสุวิเคทังนาหิจตุขภัสยังปุณเรติติการณิยังสุตังสุนัขตังสุมังคลังสุปภะตังสุโหติตังสุขโนโมโหโตจะสุจิตังพระมจาริสุปาทกินังกายกัมมังวาจากัมมังปาทกินังปาทกินังมโนกัมมังปณิทิเตปาทกินังปาทกินานิกตัวนาลพันตเทปาทกิเนภวตุสัพพมังคลังรักขันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนัสสทธาโสทิภวันตุเตภวตุสัพพมังคลังรักขันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพธรรมานุภาเวนัสสทธาโสทิภวันตุเตภวตุสัพพมังคลังรักขันตุสัพพเทวตาสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนัสสทธาโสทิภวันตุเต Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone, especially Tepo and everyone who said this great event. Thank you.
I would like to invite Reverend Sarah Thomas from Trinity Episcopal Church to please join us.
Good evening, everyone. What an honor and a joy to be here to celebrate the birthday of such a special man. His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, is the spiritual leader for these challenging times. His message of compassion reaches across all boundaries, all religions, all divides. I think of that wonderful book he wrote with the Archbishop Desmond Tutu called The Book of Joy. I'm sure many of you have read it. And in it, His Holiness writes, "We need unbiased love toward entire humanity, entire sentient beings, irrespective of what their attitude is toward us. So your enemies are still human brothers and sisters, so they also deserve our love, our respect, our affection. That's unbiased love. You might have to resist your enemy's actions," he writes, "but you can love them as brothers and sisters." Wow. When I hear this teaching, I know that His Holiness helps me be a better Christian. His deep compassion and light-hearted wisdom help us all follow our paths, whatever they may be, with more love and compassion. And so tonight I offer my blessing to His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, a blessing for good health, for sustained energy, and for peace of mind and heart, that he may continue to be a beacon of hope for our world. And in honor of His Holiness, who is an ambassador for peace, please join me in a prayer for world peace by Episcopal Priest Kay Sylvester. O God, who dwells beyond all our names for you, we pray for the will to be at peace with one another. We remember this day those who find themselves thrust into war. We pray for light in the darkness and hope amid despair. We pray for peace in ourselves. Help us to breathe in peace. Help us to breathe out love. Help us to know and accept ourselves as your beloved. Let there be peace in our nation. Sustain our hope. Grant us wisdom. Empower us with courage. Let there be peace in our world. Help us to love the earth as our mother. Help us to see other nations as our neighbors. Help us to wage peace. Let there be peace, O God, for all of us who are tempted to give in to fear and despair. Let there be peace in our time, and let it begin with us. Amen, and thank you.
We stand in the land of the Chumash tribe, and so it is only fitting that we ask for the Chumash tribe blessing. So if you're not all familiar with Ernestine, what I can tell you is that the nickname I have known her as is a fiery volcano, and I think she's maybe slightly taller than me, and I would say, yes, fiery indeed. So Ernestine, please join us. I think we just need you next to Emiliano. And we can bring a microphone. Oh, okay.
All right, thank you. So it's my pleasure to introduce Ernestine Ignacio de Soto, the matriarchal elder of the Barbareño Chumash, her fourth great-grandmother with a small girl on the beaches of the village of Siyuktun, now known as Santa Barbara, many years ago when the Spanish came here. So we have living history here. The Chumash are here, and these are the lands we are honored to be able to celebrate and worship on. Thank you.
Haku, haku, and thank you for that, but I'm 4'9", thanks to osteoporosis, and my fieriness is now embers. So I barely made it here. I don't have help, so I'm on my own. I had to record this because I can't find mine, or copy it rather. And I thought I had a player. Oh, I do. I'm not as good as my mother. You know, she was the last speaker and her birthday was the 3rd. Napash ni beat. Hecha eti hilshu. Ip wakapi. Hiktayash ni beat. Kiaki swil iti. Heswe. Ki no not swash. Haku haki haku pitap. Hike itil shup. Shohiki antik. Hippie wili iti. Cho hiki antik hippie wilhi iti. Hos stipik. Hechosich alayash isam malku. Hukol moloki was hulkuku. Ki kasish kuku hi itil shup ikia luna. Translation is not accurate, and I cannot lie about that. My mother taught me that. Life is abundant in the foothills here, and I was involved in the San Marcos saving of the foothills, which is probably one of the few last things we're going to save. And it was very dramatic. The native plants, the animals, they all thrive there, although we're driving them out. And they call this place home, and we did too. We value their presence as much as we can keep them there, and the special place was cared for by the original stewards, which was us. But I have to confess, out of my family, I'm the only one that kills plants. Sorry. These lands and the lands around them are unceded Chumash territory. And we acknowledge the land, its heritage, and all who call this place home. We ask that all who visit are respectful of the history of the land and the living things. Also, here especially, our visitors and neighbors. What I left out isn't in here, and I'll have to translate it, is what we're talking about is the earth in San Marcos Pass and throughout the world. I don't know if you're aware of the destruction. And the land that the people that we were there, and the ancient ones who were there 9,000 years ago were actually 13,000 years old, but at that particular area. And we're still there. And the spirits of our people are still there. And we know that it is our job today, all of us right here in this room and throughout the world, to continue to protect what's left, because it's very sad. I went to a documentary of Vancouver, Canada, and they've wiped out quite a few of the rainforest, which I didn't even know they had there, and in the Amazon. And that's what we're breathing off of. So with that, I'm grateful to be here, because we do need to be loving and kind, which is a big stressor and strain, and tolerant, accepting people for who they are and what they are, because we're all one family throughout the world. Aho.
Aho.
Thank you, Ernestine. That was beautiful, Emiliano. Thank you for joining. So as Emiliano makes his way up here, he will be sharing some sacred music with Bob Sedvey, and apologies if I mispronounced that, Bob. So did you have anything you wanted to say that you need me to hand the microphone over to you, Emiliano, or?
Bob said to let the music speak.
Excellent, thank you. was beautiful, wasn't it? So part of our community is obviously having our government leaders be part of it. And so for this evening, I would like to just personally say thank you, Mr. Mayor, for showing up in your, almost suit and tie, because, I was thinking I need to be as cool as possible. It is hot today, so we thank you for joining us, and please come on up.
Thank you. That's it's going to be a pretty tough act to follow, as is Ernestine's a tough act to follow. Thank you very much for what you did. It's great to be here celebrating and talking about compassion on this day in a world and a time when, we hear from our political leaders, we hear from our military leaders, we've weaponized our own language. We really struggle sometimes to get back to what really does tie a community together. That's this compassion, this humanity. And that's why our spiritual leaders are probably as important today, if not more important than ever. So we're here to celebrate, obviously, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, but also the community that brought you guys, standing room only, this is not bad for a birthday party, I have to say. So pretty good. So well done, Santa Barbara, and well done to all the organizers. So I have a little proclamation here, because what would the Dalai Lama do without a proclamation from the city of Santa Barbara? What kind of birthday would that be? But the proclamation is about Compassion Day, which is actually July 6th. Whereas on July 6, 2024, people across the nation, including Tibetan Americans living in Santa Barbara and throughout the country, will gather to celebrate the 89th birthday of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And whereas the city of Santa Barbara has a vibrant, diverse ethnic population, including Tibetan Americans, who regard the Dalai Lama as an international advocate for peace and compassion. And whereas His Holiness the Dalai Lama asserts, quote, "My first commitment is the promotion of human values such as compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, contentment, and self-discipline," end quote. And whereas His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama has received a multitude of awards, accolades, and recognitions, including earning the Congressional Gold Medal for his furtherance and contributions to peace, nonviolence, human rights, religious understanding, and compassion. And whereas the public is invited to join members of the local Himalayan community who will come together on July 5th to celebrate the 89th birthday of His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama. Now therefore I, Randy Rouse, by virtue of the authority vested in me as the mayor of the city of Santa Barbara, California, do hereby proclaim July 6th, 2024 as Compassion Day in Santa Barbara, to coincide with His Holiness the Dalai Lama's birthday. And I encourage all community members to be considerate of others, to explore ways to promote peace, and to treat others with compassion. Thank you very much.
Our government leaders are very busy people, and they also have their community, their families that are also supportive of all of the work they do. So I would like to invite Representative Doss Williams and Kaya, if she would like to come along to join us up on the stage.
Thank you so much, Heidi. Well, as Randy said, there is a contribution that we can make that is a political one, which is to recognize the Dalai Lama for the human being and leader that he has been. And I think that's important. So I won't read you the whole resolution because it's very similar to the cities, but I will read one paragraph. Whereas the County of Santa Barbara affirms the determination of the Tibetan people to retain and protect their heritage through nonviolence, peaceful means, and supports His Holiness the Dalai Lama's commitments to promoting human values, religious harmony and understanding, and the preservation of the Tibetan Buddhist culture of compassion and peace. Now, therefore, be hereby ordered and resolved that the Board of Supervisors honors His Holiness the Dalai Lama's 89th birthday and recognizes July 6th as Compassion Day. But I also, every year that we do this together, I offer a personal observation. And some people who might be doing this for the first time would wonder, why are there faith leaders from so many different faiths here today? And I might answer that real simply with a scripture. It's not a Christian scripture, but I believe it is a Quranic one, which is, wherever you turn, there is the face of God. But I also might offer this, that in a darkening age, those of us that seek to cling to the light, we should make common cause. That in an age where the banner of anger seems to reign supreme, that those that believe in love, empathy, and the rights and destiny of human values, humanistic values, which come from the values of all of our faiths, that we must draw together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kaya, so much for supporting Daddy and joining us. We really appreciate it. U.S. Congressman Salud Carvajal's office is not able to join us today, but they did grant us a certificate of special congressional recognition presented to His Holiness the Dalai Lama in recognition of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's 89th birthday celebration dated July 6th of this year. So thank you to his office for sending this. We appreciate it. And now I would like to invite Mr. Mayor, if you could join us at the birthday cake station here. You have a very tough job right now. Yes. So we would like to invite everyone to join us in singing Happy Birthday, and then Mayor will cut the cake. So, on 1, 2, 3, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dalai Lama. Happy birthday to you. All right, well, you all sounded lovely singing Happy Birthday. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. I would like to invite our friends from the Tibetan Language School and the Tibetan Association of Northern California to come and join us. I believe they have a cultural presentation to share with us today. Okay. Well, while they're working their way over here, feel free to turn to your new friend next to you and tell them something that brings you joy while they join us on the stage. Yeah, you introduce them?
Name there?
Yeah, is it Namcho? No, you say it.
Yes, that's right. Me, name there. Me, I tell you. You tell. Then
Okay, what is his name?
You just say like school.
Okay.
School, then I will explain.
All right. Well, it sounds like you all have a lot of things that bring joy to your life. That makes me happy. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing with your neighbor what brings you joy. It's great that you guys all have something that makes you happy. Now, you'll see we're setting up for the Tibetan cultural presentation by Namchod Kyestel Tibetan Language School, and Teppo had a few words he would like to share with us about them.
Now here, our friend Tujenla, he is the master teacher of the Tibetan Association of Northern California school teacher, and one of the best friend of my children, my son, and also they have two little daughters and his wife. They're going to perform, and we have to be thankful for them to come here all the way from San Francisco. They drove this morning 5 o'clock to come here, and they have to leave right after the ceremony because they have to perform Dalai Lama's birthday performance in San Francisco Tibetan community tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. So they came from this morning, they have to leave, but they were very dedicated especially for His own Dalai Lama, and especially they love to meet you all. They were so happy to meet you all, Santa Barbara community, and we thank you for your time, and thank you for your dedication for all we're coming from San Francisco here for a short time. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Tenzin Tuchen. I'm a member of, sorry, it's a little bit high for me. My name is Tenzin Tuchen. I am a member of Tibetan Association of Northern California. First, I would like to express my deep appreciation to all the guests here today as we celebrate the auspicious occasion of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's 89th birthday. I also want to thank Tepo Tulku and Kevin Young for inviting us to participate in this celebration. So as a token of appreciation, I would like to present them with Tibetan katas for Tepo and Kevin Young, please. So I'll give this to Tepo. So before we start, I would like, my wife, Namgyal Wangmo, and my older daughter, Tenzin Khandro Tuchen, and my younger daughter is Tangsel Tenzin Tuchen. So I want my daughter to give you a brief introduction about our community up in the Northern
The Tibetan Association of Northern California, TING, was established in 1990 as a 501 nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering Tibetan Americans in the San Francisco Bay Area and preserving Tibetan cultural heritage. With over 2,500 active members, TING has become a vital community hub offering various programs and activities.
All right, thank you. So Tibet is Tibet has a very rich culture, especially when it comes to music and dance. So it has a rich and diverse music and dance tradition representing three major provinces, Dote, Dome, and Uyghur. So today we would like to showcase a glimpse of Tibetan traditional song and dance. Hope you will enjoy it. Hello. All right. So before we start our first presentation, my younger daughter will say a prayer for His Holiness' long life, and then thereafter, my older daughter will sing a Tibetan opera. We call it Namtar, Chinre Siwa. So the lyric says, "In the pure realm surrounded by snow mountains, may the lotus feet of Avalokiteshvara, Tenzin Gyatso, the source of all benefit, happiness, remain steadfast until the end of existence." Enjoy.
Kangri Rare Corporation Gamde, Peta Tewa Male Jungwene, Shere Siwa Tinzi Ketsoi, Shape Site Pato, thank you. Shere Siwa La Tinzi
Sorry. So Tibetan music. So this is Tibetan traditional music. We call it Danyen. So if you translate into English, a straight translation is sweet sound, but we call it Danyen. So it's the same as lute around the world, right? So next, we would like to present a song called Thangpo Nangne Yungtu. First, when I left home. So these This song came in the early 90s as an expression of those who escaped Tibet and came into exile and first saw His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So that's the lyrics when she sings. So she will be singing when she sings that song. That's the explanation that she's given out. hello. So, us Tibetan, we truly like to dance, and so there is a thing called Tibetan Gorshe. So it's popular around the world right now. So the last two items we have are the Gorshe items. The first one will be done solo by my younger daughter. And then the last item, we will do it together with the Tibetan lute, with the live music. So my older daughter will explain the lyrics for the first stanza.
Lasse Mala and Gora Lenjik dance. In the middle of the great plain, may the great yellow flowers bloom, and the dance of the young men and women spread out over the meadows. The sun, moon, and stars, which are dependently connected, arise from the expanse of blue. Gora Lenjik. On this special Hakar, a traditional white Wednesday, or day of pure dedication, dressed in clean Tibetan attire, holding a white scarf and whispering a secret prayer, I exclaimed, Kiki soso lhagelo. Let's celebrate this joyous moment with this dance move. Keep your right hand raised high in the air, your left hand resting on your waist, and step forward with both legs making a full circle. Tibetan Gorshe Thamche Khenpa. I never imagined I would meet the Dalai Lama, but there he was, seated on a golden throne. May auspiciousness prevail. We pray for his long and prosperous life.
So this last item, we just want to show you a glimpse of our footstep dance, Tibetan Gorshe, with Tibetan lute. So enjoy. you very much, everyone.
I know you guys can clap a little harder for our friends. Thank you.
So again, thank you for so much for Tujela. The family came here always. Thank you so much. And at 1983, I was San Francisco. I was the first one of the board member of the founder of the Bay Area Friends of Tibet. In 1990, those all Tibetans came and then established the Tibetan Association of Northern California. I served Tibetan Board Association member 1994, 1997, 2008, 2012, 4 terms. So I'm very privileged to be part of the service of these beautiful community members. That time in 1983, we were only 15 Tibetans. Now almost 3,000 or 4,000 Tibetans there. And they were establishing culture preservation, and they're doing great. All these kids are wonderful kids. You are so proud. And we are very proud of them. They were doing well established and well prepared for the whole, this world be a better world. Thank you.
So after that wonderful performance and sharing of Tibetan culture, I would like to now invite us all to open our ears and our hearts again to hear some blessings and knowledgeable information from our spiritual leaders. And with that, I'd like to invite Imam Wael to please join us from the Islamic Society of Santa Barbara.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. Thank you. So, hello everyone. I'd like also to introduce my friend and Interfaith dialogue leader in our community and in Los Angeles area, Brother Muhammad Khan. He is here before me, so I'm happy today he will join me in my speech with you today. So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and dear friends, peace be upon you all. It's our great honor and privilege to be here today to celebrate the 89th birthday of His Holiness Dalai Lama. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to speak at this esteemed gathering at the Unity spiritual community. The Dalai Lama's unwavering commitment to peace, compassion, and understanding has touched the hearts of millions around the world, and his legacy continues to inspire us all. So, as an Imam and representative of Islamic Society of Santa Barbara, I'm reminded to the profound values that our faiths share. Both Islam and teachings of Dalai Lama's place a strong emphasis on compassion, peace, and solidarity. These values are not just ideals to be admired, but principles to be lived out daily. In Islam, compassion is a central tenet. The Quran states that we have not sent you, O Prophet Muhammad, God is talking to him, except as a mercy to people. This is in Quran, the verse number 107 in the chapter 21. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, embodied this mercy and compassion in his actions and teachings. He said that the merciful are shown mercy by the most merciful. Be beautiful to the earth, and you will be shown from the above. Dalai Lama has similarly taught that compassion is the principle of our time. His teachings reminds us that true compassion goes beyond mere sympathy or pity. It's an active, intentional effort to alleviate the sufferings of others and promote their well-being. Today, our world is in a dire need of peace. And in Islam, the concept of salam or peace is fundamental. Every Muslim's greeting is Assalamu alaikum, right? So this is literally means peace be upon you. So this is why we are here all today to celebrate this, the one who adopted this peace message to the whole world. So this greeting is not just a formality, but it's a sincere prayer for recipients of peace and well-being. Dalai Lama has dedicated his life of promoting peace, advocating for nonviolence, and encouraging dialogue and understanding among different cultures and religions. His efforts reminds us that peace is not merely absence of conflict, but presence of justice, harmony, and compassion. So let me conclude and saying, in closing, I urge each one of us to embody the principles of compassion and peace in our daily lives. Let's practice kindness and empathy in our interaction with others. Let's work together to create a world where solidarity and understanding prevail over division and conflict. Dalai Lama once said, "Be kind whenever possible. It's always possible." Let this be our guiding principle as we move forward, honoring his legacy and striving to build a more compassionate and peaceful world. Thank you to all, and peace be upon you.
I just want to share an experience. I was in Graz, Austria, and at an interfaith conference. At the time, if you know Cat Stevens, the folk singer, I was his advisor. His name is Yusuf Islam. And we were at the stage, and the Dalai Lama was on the stage. So after the Dalai Lama shed his spiritual light of peace, and we were leaving, I told Yusuf, the former pop star, I said, "Yusuf, imagine a hot day, very hot day, and we're under the shade of a tree. We were just under the spiritual shade of the Dalai Lama, and I didn't expect to say happy birthday here, but, you know, thank you, and I just want to end with a chant. The chanting is so beautiful, and there's not one prayer we do without saying, we begin in the name of God, who is the most compassionate, the most merciful. Every prayer starts that way. And I thank you, Mayor, for making sure this city is a city of compassion. So I'll end with this chant. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanallah, ya salam. Alhamdulillah, ya nur. Begin in your name, God. You are the most compassionate. You are the most merciful. All glory and all praise is only to you. You are the source of all divine light, and you are the source of all peace. Send your peace on this earth, because we are definitely in need. And thank you for sending the light through the Dalai Lama. Amen.
Thank you again, Thibaut Tloko, for inviting me, and it's an honor to be in today's celebrate the birthday of Dalai Lama. Thank you, Mayor, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for welcoming us. and be in peace all, and let's live in peace. Thank you.
Thank you for that reminder, Imam. We are just going to have a little slight change in our program, but I promise we will give you a 5-minute break very soon. But for now, I would like to invite Eminence Tulku Orjin, if you can join us to do the meditation. Thank you.
Welcome everyone. On behalf of our Tibetans and Himalayan communities in Santa Barbara, I would like to thank very much Tepo Rinpoche for organizing this wonderful event every day. I mean, every year. We should go every day. Every year, as many of you know, all this happens because of him. So, as a Tibetan, I'm very, very grateful for Rinpoche. And I would like to say just thank you.
Thank you. So let's take a quick 5-minute break. But as you exit out here, if you didn't have a chance to sign the guest book, please go ahead and write some birthday wishes for His Holiness. If you don't want to write any birthday wishes, then just go ahead and write your email address if you'd like. And we will see you here in 5 minutes.
Make sure everybody come back. There's a lot of monks going to be chanting and prayers. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
for those of you that are outside, if you can hear us, we ask you to start making your way back in. Please come on back in and join us and find a spot. If there's not, you want to sit somewhere else, there's plenty of open seating right now, but please come on, join us back inside. We'd like to welcome everyone back inside so that we can continue our program. Please come on back in and join us. Friends outside, please come back. Come on back in, get yourself comfortable, find a place to sit. Thank you all for coming back in. We have a few more speakers, and then we'll have some meditation, but we'd like to welcome everybody back in so we can give our speakers our full attention. Excellent. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Hopefully everyone got a little bit of fresh air. You got to make some new friends. So, thank you. All right. Well, in continuing with our program, we would like to give a moment for some more blessings and words of knowledge from our spiritual leaders. I would like to invite Beth Prince from the Santa Barbara Empathy Center to join us and share a few words with us. Welcome, Beth.
Thank you for those who have come back from that cake. I'm sure that was hard to walk away from. And I'll be trying that later. Anyway, well, hello, beautiful people, because I'm looking out at this ocean of beautiful, beautiful faces. So in Santa Barbara, we are excited to announce the opening of the new Empathy Center, formerly known as St. Mary's Seminary. It's up on Los Canoas Road. Our mission is simple yet profound: to raise the level of empathy in the world. We aim to make mutual empathy a primary social value, fostering a more connected and understanding community. His Holiness often speaks about the importance of compassion in our lives. He teaches us that compassion is the foundation for a peaceful and harmonious world. But how do we cultivate compassion? The answer lies in empathy. Empathy, we believe, is the gateway to compassion. By understanding and sharing the feelings of others, we open our hearts and minds, paving the way for true compassion to flourish. So to learn more about our mission and how you can be part of this transformative journey, I invite you to, one, you can visit our empathy tent, which is outside, and experience empathic listening, being heard, we will offer the empathic listening today, and to be heard today, whatever's on your heart, and also to visit our website at empathycenter.org. And we have several exciting projects and initiatives that you can get involved in. So one is every Sunday at 11 a.m. we have an empathy cafe. This is how I know Teppo. This is how I met Teppo, is at the Empathy Cafe. So it's 2 hours every Sunday at 11. It's a wonderful opportunity to learn more about the Empathy Center, share your ideas, and discover how you can contribute to our mission. It's a place where mutual understanding and support are nurtured, and we would love to have you join us. Our Empathy Tent is used for community listening events, and it provides a safe and welcoming space for people to be heard and understood. We believe that by listening to each other, we can build stronger, more empathetic communities. We also offer empathy trainings to help individuals develop their empathetic abilities. These trainings are designed to enhance your capacity for empathy, making it easier to connect with and support those around you. The Empathy Center is open for all kinds of workshops and events. So if you go to the website, you can host a workshop or an event at this beautiful, beautiful center with an ocean view. And we are planning to host a variety of activities in collaboration with Teppo and the community, including a okay, I can't say this quite right, but Tibetan monk sand mandala ceremonies and interfaith dialogues that were already mentioned tonight. These events aim to bring people together from different backgrounds and perspectives, fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation for each other. Thank you and enjoy the celebration.
Thank you so much, Beth. Bobby, are you in the audience? All right. We wanted to make sure we didn't lose you. I would like to welcome Reverend Bobby Grantham from the Ventura County Interfaith Community to come and share a few words with us. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Reverend Bobby Grantham. I'm from the Church of Scientology of Ventura, and I'm the Vice President of the Ventura County Interfaith Community. It is my honor to be here on this joyous occasion. And the mission statement of the Ventura County Interfaith Community is to reduce barriers to communication and foster local dialogue among individuals and families of various belief traditions. His Holiness wrote, "Our world community has become like one entity, a multicultural, multi-religious, singular entity. Through close contact, we can learn new things from each other. We can enrich our own traditions, and only the development of compassion and understanding for others can bring us the tranquility and happiness we all seek." We of the Ventura County Interfaith Community could not agree more with his magic words. Friends, dignitaries, and well-wishers of various faiths, backgrounds, and ethnicities are gathered here tonight to share in spreading His Holiness's message of love, tolerance, and commitment to well-being of others. So on behalf of the Ventura County Interfaith Community and the Church of Scientology, I want to wish His Holiness a very, very happy 89th birthday and many more to come. Thank you.
We have a strong friend for Santa Barbara Summit for Tibet, as well as a representative from the Vedanta Temple and the Jewish B'nai B'rith community. I'd like to invite Donna Christine McGuire to say a few words.
Don't you love that the presentations are from Congregation B'nai B'rith and the Ventura and the Vedanta Temple? Isn't that wonderful? Putting them together, it means so much. And by the way, I wanted to just ask, after all this inspiration and all this love that we have for His Holiness, how many of you would like to speak with him? Be able to, be able to just share your own feelings and thoughts with him directly? Yes. Well, you have your opportunity. This is actually an option and
an opportunity for all of you. There at the back of the sanctuary, just as you come in, there's a book. And this year it's not just a guest book. So it's not just about your phone number and your email address or your name. This is just open for you to put your thoughts, to express whatever is in your heart. If you just want to say hi, happy birthday, that's fine. And if you want to write more, take time. It's going to be there for a while after we're done here. And the fact is that this book will be delivered directly to His Holiness, who reads every message. So if you've ever felt, oh, I wish I could just tell him how I feel, this is your opportunity to do it. So I encourage you to consider that possibility. So from the congregation, B'nai B'rith, and let me just say, we've got two, diverse groups in terms of the religious traditions. However, their hearts are one in that they both, they would have had representatives from both of these organizations because they all wanted to be here. They didn't just do this as, an obligation, like, yeah, well, I guess if everybody else is doing it, we better just, make a presentation. Each one of them, Rabbi Cohen, Stephen Cohen, if you know him, and the nuns at the Vedanta temple, expressed when I invited them to say something as I knew they wanted to, they were all in this mind state of this love and the grace that His Holiness creates for everyone. They had to be a part of their own Friday gatherings, and so it was not an option for them, but they genuinely would have been here had it been any other night. So, from the congregation B'nai B'rith to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and this is from Steve Cohen, the rabbi, it gives me great pleasure to send to you birthday greetings on Compassion Day and to express on behalf of the entire Jewish community our gratitude to you. You have been a great teacher for the entire human family, an inspiring role model, and a shining example of how we humans should live, with love, with kindness, with dignity, and with humor. I hope and pray that the coming year is a great year of healing and of peace for you and your community and for the entire world. With my heartfelt appreciation, Stephen Cohen, Senior Rabbi, B'nai B'rith. Now, the other one, the opposite end of town, the Vedanta Temple and the Vedanta Society of Southern California, it is with love and reverence that we offer His Holiness the Dalai Lama our hearty congratulations on the celebration of his birthday. The earth has surely been blessed by his presence on it, and we are grateful that he continues his noble work and loving compassion and mutual understanding between all peoples, nations, and religions. The Vedanta Society is a Western branch of the Ramakrishna Mission, which has had a long association with His Holiness going back to 1957, when His Holiness was in New Delhi and spent much time with our beloved Reverend Swami, and bear with me as I try to pronounce this, Rangananda Anandaji Maharaj, more or less. We in the Hindu tradition have continued to be inspired by His Holiness's life and teachings, and we pray that his health and spirit remain strong during these troubled times. May His Holiness continue to bless this earth with His presence is our prayer. With loving pranams and salutations, the Ventura Society of Southern California, the Ramakrishna Order of India.
Thank you, DC. We appreciate messengers sharing the good wishes to the Dalai Lama. I would like to invite our friend Bob Sevdi up again to share a message from the Santa Barbara Zen Center.
On behalf of the Santa Barbara Zen Center, I'm honored to offer this blessing with a deep bow to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. In expressing the Buddha's way as it unfolds in the West, we recognize that in our time and in this place, there are real spiritual heroes, exemplars of the Buddha way, like Suzuki Roshi, Thich Nhat Hanh, and His Holiness the Dalai Lama, among many others. On this special occasion of the birthday of His Holiness, the Sangha of Santa Barbara Zen Center offers its gratitude for the wonderful blessing of His Holiness' spiritual presence and how it supports all the practice, expressions of the Buddha way here in the West and around the world. We join together to ask all the bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, deities, drahalas, and all the protectors of the Dharma and all the expressions of life throughout all space and time to bless His Holiness, to bring forth and continue His wonderful teachings. May the Dharma body maintain strength and health, and may the years of life be lengthened for the Dalai Lama. We pray for his vows be fully realized and that he live in perfect peace with Buddha Dharma. We offer our blessings with deepest gratitude. May we all realize the Buddha way together.
Oscar, are you out there by any chance still? Okay, well, it's good to know my eyesight is still working. So you heard from Teppo earlier, we have had friends come from quite a long ways. We had friends come from Southern California, Northern California, and we are very honored as we come to the end of our program here to have the monks from the Gandhen Shatarse Monastery in India visiting us. I believe they were in Long Beach, right? And made the drive, so we are very grateful to them for making the drive, and I believe they're going to lead us in a chant for a few minutes. And Teppo, you had a few more words for them?
Just before that, we have a very special guest from Dharamsala, Honorable Lobsang Chenjola, plus Tibetan, former Tibetan Parliament member. Please welcome Lobsang Chenjola Yajik Tusveronaus, Mikishilak.
돈이 양지 송던지 배름 친치를 센세 강친 댄진군 천하병무 댄진 장소나 소원대 수전도 만들 쇼스 아니 다들이 내 순을 공사 경군 전부 저거 근데 총크를 송스지 요래 근데라 은 고르지 켄단다 대포름 부치가 돈이 니마 몽분 회네 준비 나와라 아니 투지 체즈네 쉬어이
The first one is the praise to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and then this want to thank you, especially His Holiness Thebo Rinpoche, who has been working hard for days and days out to make it happen. So want to thank you.
다시 당시에는 가 되는데 용네 잘네 아니 냠식 지야마도 까자시야 당데 이게 차진도 오메데 있나요? 다 넘버 mamboji 아니 펩데 요상 디린데라 아니 넘버 2 투지체 쉬어야게 쳇데 아니 야지랑 아니 디네 카르마 카시 지마도 아니 레야멘스 넘버 2 카르스고레 뇽낭 마치럽 제스 쉬로.
Actually, I'm not here to speak about anything, but looking at all these different people who are so supportive to Tibetan cause, especially for His Holiness the Dalai Lama's event, such an auspicious event. So that's why,
even though you may get fed up with, like, if I speak too much, so I want to have a patience to listen a little bit of something that I want to express about.
다 나랑 수때네 내 천으로 공사 경관 전부 좋고 안에 총kur 송수 지고 요디 단 잠불링 사체 거와 강사라 안에 공사 경관 전부 좋고 제용디 안에 지금 조함이 찍찍 그 다접대 개첨부 임바다 칠르카 튼지 제고에 대 개첨부 임바 안에 라버드 참제당 장된당 세메 시와세야 그 든지가 다접 자침부 망부지 안에 나랑 수 셈라 여름 부치 랍딩아 수 셈라 딘딩에 남시지 샤용구요레스.
So when we mention about His Holiness the Dalai Lama, it clicks us in our mind that about our love, compassion, patience, and tolerance, and oneness of all the religions together. So this is how they shines so many things in our mind to bring peace in this world.
제가 아니 대제 인상 아니 공사 경관 전부 초고 아니 알라나메바 삽장 자체베 아니 따접도 주고 나로니다 망보 나랑수 가르치고 데링인들이 슈투고 말이라 아니 라버드 나랑수 배 메릭 로 숨동럭 로지여베 배 메릭 단다 사트윙 탑수 그 네탕당 제비 토네 아니 세미쇼아세 디콜라 아니 전부 주신이도 송시.
As we know that when we mention about His Holiness the Dalai Lama, he's not only intellectually highly understanding, but theoretically, like every depth of science of mind and all this philosophy. So that's why, like when we go back, like it really expresses about the history goes back over more than 3,000 years. Like Tibetan, this religions and culture is so rich. That's why I want to express out a little bit about the culture and the traditions of Tibet.
제가 당아서 단다 배 메지라 강에 체니 아니 잔다부터 간저치니 로 트기치 하가 진도요래 만디 나로라 아니 준을 공사 경관 첨부 초고 오체베 제름디 나로라 아니 오네 장니가 당가랑스 아니 세미시와세 데다 라렌 따리요레스 된 잠불링가 토네 아니 오네 제나 미리다 장가 뇽뇽 지그레데 나랑스 디르 체카르 흘럭랑라 레통치 샤주다 나시 세미 쇼아게 체든 잠불린라 무페텐 샤주데 오네 장네 지 상메지 오네 잡주르 지고야 지다 지스이랑 지고야 지 차거데요레스.
So when we think about the Tibetan culture and tradition as the cultural revolutions when the Chinese invaded, like even though that lots of the violence and this we faced through, but because of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, that our true belief is non-violence, and he actively follow and also try to share with us that we should always practice non-violence. So that's why, like we all, if we think about how the deeds of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, we should like admire and follow that footprint about how to practice patience and also the peace and non-violence.
제가 아니 나랑스 배 나라 다 망보니 시마고에 지니 니동 구니 셰바이나 미 자당 납주 라가지 그 랑리 메르사 당니 젠라 네바 메베토네 소소 굴리 멜라 드럼베 토네 공사 경군 첨부쇼 배 나라 폐고 요와당 벌라 랑강고 요바가 텐데가 하장 아니 냠총당 젠라 체오메베 쳇딩가 세미시빌링게 텐데 페요레스 certains 제난 가랑 수보바도zo 아니 에시아가 나네 로코 첨부쓰기 요레스 디르든바 예바 고와도zo 나라 로코 첨부 단디 샬라이나 로코 첨부쓰기 요레스 이나야 경군을 무치가 세미시와가 람튼 요자 조바세데 카투임바이나 저운 딘라 요비 갑라 공고야 지긴상 아니 같이 세미시와가 아니 무베가 토네 아니 모네 장니가다 베테 자나 종게 텐데치 두섭다네 텐지 미망부치 세네 텐지 요데테 아니 나랑스 베테 파라 zumuchike chi majiba chini 나랑수 덴비 타세야데 세미시와 나수 베시와 냐치게 돌아다 조요레스.
So as we know that the Tibetan community is very minor, even beside that, like because of the cultural revolution, there's so many Tibetan has to lose their life. But along with that, for the freedom of Tibet, more than over 195 Tibetan has done self-immolation, burning themselves to show that we want freedom with non-violence. Never even a single, try to harm even a single bit to the Chinese, like peaceful approach. So that's why this is what His Holiness the Dalai Lama is always try to encourage without harming anyone, but with peaceful patience and tolerance, especially with non-violence, that showing an example to bring peace and happiness, and also for the freedom of Tibet.
Mila sewa machiya chiya te mi pa shum go yobe bete pa shum ne lokho mewa go ti kachate zawani ne mayin ba chine ngarang so chitang rigne khorang temji ke namja tabatte tenjang rewren jongwa senanda temji ke ribe ke thone shelin rodi ngarang so nima rere ke simje na nyerang chadang bete nga se la sopa go bete nyemong tang chi khongcho tang la sopa ngune changni ke bete zangma zo tobiya ke bete zenni jom tobiya ke tenje ke rigni yang ta ba ji yo zang ne tela tene ni ngarang su cheme shiwa se ya te de bete ji khong bete ya tene jo wa ina ane bete ji sedang de ba ji yimba ane di tho ni ngarang su mutu ni jewan de zamto ma se be bete mchi shuma ni zo de cheme shiwa ge ane tawa di thola ane mutu ni lekha chi tobiya ke tenje ke nga su chosum tembu ji bemi chadang jena saya ji bemi nyonyong de nga su tenje ge mugyang rambo tenje ge zogum chawo ji ge thola danda nga su tapsu den rogu yo des ri chanin dozo chambalo ani cher gyana chibola ji zogum che sha ju tenje ke mare jiyong ge zambu lin la ngarang su changma mi changma tenjang rewren jongwa chen chi chi la tenne ne go go yo wa yin sang ani zambu lin ge chok chi la kang ge chong pa yin na zambu lin yong zo la rangji me la kang ge chong go yo we ne tang de ta terang san Ukraine ge ne tang ge thoni Europe ko lomba mambu chi la 강에 체크 요바 티톤 세우치 토고 요장 잠불링 모네 장리 슈데치 용야게 토라 아니 나랑 수베데 따트르비요 베 리종 거 토네 소수 라글린 탄네 조고 요완디 아니 잠불링라 무비 식텐 토고 요데 디 토라 아니 켄 넘버 아니 모네 장리 잡추르치야 텔라 다 투지 체즈 슈야다 티
Okay, good luck to me. So as I try to get a puzzle from here and there, so even though that lost so many lives and self-immolations, that doesn't mean that Tibetans are weak or weak. It truly shows that the inner compassion is strong and then non-violence is strong. So it also truly expresses about the dependent originations. What does around, that comes around. So that's why truly believing in the interdependent. So that's why always try not to harm others and always practicing about patience and tolerance and non-violence. So this is the reason that if we don't follow that way, especially not following the dependent originations, this is the reason that so many things, violence are happening in this world. One example is about explaining about the Ukraine and Russian war, that how it's invoking and it's not going to solve easily. The only true solutions is about the non-violence, interfaith dialogue in between, and to solve the situation. The violence against violence will never solve the problem. So this is what want to conclude the speech here.
투지 아니 타마델라 아니 ngaransu pena chajana rangang dawuji ke thola chaja bayene rangang de namje ngatsu lekha chini du ngarang dawuji bana samlo tang shong dawute rangang se de check rangang ani chindi da chi majue rangang la so pa chapse ke rangang tu she rangang thartu pate ngarang su pena jewa tang chwa ni chala ngasu rangang yo mare sanin kare yong yomi singi yo mare 당아서 제와당 초와당 도차당 시당라 소발레 나강지 총고고요나 아니 나랑서 단데 딤제당 참년지 상주고 샘당 제비 리그니치 요번 디토니 자차 자탐방아서 나강 세당 뎀바테 라카요자 데타비 리그니테 아니 잠불링 강라 네 넘머님바 노바 있는 미를 용수 족발에 경우라고 요바 인상 아니 저는 공사 경군 전부 족발 오늘 장님 미 용족고 데르두데 안 담보자 아니 테네 아니 버크 좀바 네탄도서 좀바 마르자니 담바 단다 버튼 제버튼 레샹 요바텔라 아니 체남도 토니 임바이나요 아니 가르세고로 녜시 녜네 잡주르치게 요바텔라 지스 유랑체니 가랑수 미 용족 오늘 장네니 도스타 경고를 치 공반나시 지금 조바 있는 잠불링긴 델lum데 마움바 라베람 치란 조걸 마신 이 누가 지금 나콩나라 먼저에 세우 연상 니 가랑수에 랍칭금 맨나 콩도우지 제컬라 송스지지 총바데다 베제 하증 개와zambo 마랑도 지라 총바에는 신 둡시 참말라 개와zambo 임바지 민진시기 요티지디니 넘버 2 참말라 겨르동이 안테란데 팸니 베테 슈 망보 페샤니 참말라 투지 제즈니 슈야티.
So as there's the personal benefit and then the global benefit and then finally the benefit of all sentient beings. So as we follow with the dependent originations with proper the virtuous actions and with non-violence and patience and tolerance, for temporary it will benefit us, and as a politician also, if you take this view, then that will benefit Tibetan cause. And if you take it everyone, then it will benefit globally everyone. So that's how this is how it benefits every sentient beings. And this about the causes and conditions and then dependent originations, not only they help us to bring that peace in within ourselves and others, but it will help us to understand about delusions, anger or hatred or desire or delusions, because these are the main causes and conditions to distract ourselves and distract everyone. So by having this presence of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, following the message of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, we are very fortunate to having such a wonderful, great master to guide us to achieve these things. Thank you. So there's always His Holiness the Dalai Lama always remind us about, there's a beautiful quote, as long as sentient beings remain, I too shall remain to dispel the sufferings of all the sentient beings. So that clearly highlight about the empathy, compassions, and this is not like I doesn't mean just His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Actually, every one of us, whoever consider ourselves me, we have to follow that, because then only then we can find a true insight to bring peace and happiness, loving kindness. That's why I think because of love and compassion and empathy, we are gathered here. That's the, I think, whole reason. And the main only because of one cause, His Holiness the Dalai Lama were here. So, and we are actually almost fortunate to be ordained by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. We are very fortunate. He is our root guru, our teachers, and we are very fortunate. And so in these auspicious occasions of the birthday of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, we want to do the prayers for his long life, good health, happiness, peace, and prosperity, and the free Tibet. So, and in the prayers in between,
we're going to recite the 6-syllable mantra of compassion, Chinesic mantra, maybe 7 times. I want you to join with us to feel the blessings, feel the compassions, and to dedicate for the long life and good health of His Holiness the Dalai Lama.
Yo
so Omaya Tare Sapare Ware Pande Bade so Omaya Tare Sapare Ware Pube Bade so Omaya Tare Sapare Ware Dube Bade so Omaya Tare Sapare Ware Aloge Bade so Omaya Tare Sapare Ware Gende Bade so Omaya Tare Sapare Ware Nyude Bade so Omaya Tare Sapare Ware Shana kewa nyamba meba yang kone kondo pelora isho ya doni dawa rimo che mage panang ke juro che kewa nyamba meba yang kone kondo pelora isho ya chige ya bo tsonga ba che se namda pewa Gege Tewa Shiwa Nenge Mali Tangwa Sho Dada Shinge Tesunda Devi Tsoni La Tene Kyawa Losan Dama Ye Temba Yuri Mayu Eti Sange Koso Nyebe Chila Da Chinye Mejo Debe Chila Da Kede Mejo Debe Chila Cheda Go Mela Do Barai
Now we finished final. Just before finish, I have two sculptures to offer. I saw here Ventura Hindu temple to couple. I like to offer one scarf. Please come here to appreciation for come here for the. They're from Ventura County Hindu temple.
Thank you for that beautiful meditation and chant. And so as we end our program, thank you so much for sticking around, for being here with us. For those of you that are driving a long way home, drive safely. And as we end our program, just I think a quick thank you to Kevin and Teppo for all of their hard work in putting this together. And with that, exchange phone numbers if you made a new friend. And thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Heidi here. Thank you so much. And also thank you so much for all the Unity, all staff members who were very helpful and very welcome us. So thank you so much for Unity staffs. Thank you.
Real important announcement. Stop by and take some food for the road.